you doing today? So let me ask you a question. When change happens, because it happens to all of us, right? What happens? Do you embrace it with joy and gusto and excitement? Or does it fill you with dread and fear? My name is Karen. I help folks explore their joy to increase their joy. So let's get joyful. So, what camp do you fall into? I will be honest, I fall into the latter. At least I do most of the time. Change happens, and it could be the littlest of changes, something that just happens onto my radar that I don't expect. And all of a sudden, I feel all these things, all these feelings, all this emotion. And, I can't imagine that I'm alone and I'm not just checking my phone for comments, see who's here. So, approaching change, because I've thought about this a lot, because the stories we tell ourselves has great impact. And what ends up happening is they get implanted into our subconscious at some early point in life. Depends on who you listen to. Some people say 0 to 7. I've heard 5 to 8. It kind of depends on who you listen to and who taught them. But we can safely say that messages get planted into our subconscious at some point. And then without us even realizing it, we act out of it. So if change is something that presented itself as kind of a scary thing when we were kids, it did to me. I'll be honest, it did to me. Change, something that changes, was taught to me. I learned it to be a scary thing. So now, whenever some change comes along, yeah, it doesn't make for a happy Karen. It makes for a watchful Karen, maybe. It creates a um distrustful, maybe, Karen. I'm just looking for comments. So I'm curious, how's change for you? Do you approach change in that way as well? Or do you, yeah, bring it on? Because there are some people that live for a change. I don't get it. But there really are some people that just relish, love that word, when things are different, when things change up. I really don't understand that, but I'm happy that people are that. So, people that have just come on, what do you think about that? So, yeah, when something comes to me, change, even in the smallest amount, there is no joy in my world. Like I said, there's suspicion. I'm waiting for the next shoe to drop because that's what I was taught. So now, in my world, in Karen's world, we're going to be undergoing quite a change. And I'm happy about it. I mean, this is a good thing. My husband is getting ready to retire, and it's a whole new chapter in our lives. And I'm excited about it. And, because I feel that tug. I feel that tug into sadness, into worry, into what's gonna happen next. And I feel myself not allowing myself, because we always allow ourselves to feel the joy. I'm not allowing myself. I see that in myself. I'm not allowing the joy to come in. We've reached a certain level in our lives where he is now getting ready to retire. This is good news. We'll have more time together. But I have these stories. And what stories do you have? What are you telling yourself day to day to day to day? It doesn't have to be around change. Change happens to be my thing. And I've told myself for eons, literally eons, that I don't do change well. That's the story I tell myself, and that's the story that gets replayed over and over and over and over and over like a broken record. And I remember, oh my goodness, when I was in one of my previous jobs that required, and I didn't know this at the time when I took the job, it required me to be flexible, because sometimes I would be in this office, sometimes I would be in that office. And I remember every single time my boss said, "Oh, I need you at office tomorrow," I would be like, "Oh, sure, no problem." Hang up the phone. And then tell myself, "Oh, of course I'm upset. I don't do change well." But all that time I spent upset and worried and anxious and fill in the blank, when I could have chosen otherwise. Because it's always in our choice, right? It's always in our control how we feel. We can't control how others feel. We spoke about that yesterday. But we can totally control how we respond. So, what could I have done? Well, if it was a brand new office, I could have taken it as an adventure. Ooh, I'm going to see a new neighborhood. Ooh, I'm going to be around new people, meet new people, chat with new people. I could have, I don't know, I could have taken it as, I don't know, yeah, adventure comes to my mind. That's the word that's kind of like planted in my head right now. I could have taken it as an adventure. Even if it was an office that I'd been in before, I'd take it as an adventure. I'm a visiting relative. But I didn't take it that way. So we're going to keep this on the shorter side today. So I'm wondering how you do change or anything else that you find challenging in your life. Can you look upon it in a different way, maybe? Instead of the habitual, I'm not good with change, and then, sally forth that way. Maybe tell yourself a different story. I relish change. I relish the new adventure. I relish the new chapter in my life. I'm looking forward to it with anticipation and excitement. This is going to be so cool. I can't wait. The energy is different. So I hope you gained some value from this. I hope this resonated with you. I would love to know your comments, and feel free to share it. If you are not on my mailing list, get onto my mailing list, KarenBromberg.com, and I will see you again on the next one. Bye.